top of La Liga, managed by that wily old fox, Diego Simeone. Great in Europe. Chelsea have no chance against this lot. And that wasn't even said by the opposition supporters. This was said by some of our own supporters. Welcome to Burton Borders, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about our magnificent 2-0 win against Atletico Madrid. But before I get into this video, guys, you know the drill. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications so you'll be notified every time I make a new video, and share this content.
Welcome to the Burton Borders. Ain't got no time for no stallers, yeah.
We are the risers, we're not the fallers. Our channel is growing wider and taller.
Yeah, we're here to give you the news about your dear beloved Blues, yeah.
So if you like this YouTube channel, like, subscribe and turn on that bell.
Yeah.
So guys, I'm doing this video in a slightly different setting. So as you can see behind me, we've got some Chelsea memorabilia, Chelsea fan number 1 room, and we've got another Chelsea. Let's just celebrate the fact that we've got through to the last 16 for the first, to the quarter final for the first time in what, 9 years. Everyone thought this was going to be a difficult tie for us. Lots of people I was hearing were saying, you know what, Chelsea, look, they're going to get knocked out. We always seem to draw the hardest teams. We've had Barcelona in the past, not this sort of Barcelona, anyone can beat this one. Prime Barcelona. We had Bayern Munich, we had PSG, and this was the hardest draw someone could get from the teams who finished second. But fear not, guys, because Thomas Tuchel, don't underestimate this guy. Master tactician. So, first I'll get into the team news. Right, so the big surprise was Christensen was missing from the squad. He wasn't even in the squad altogether. First of all, I thought he was dropped, but then news came out that he was sick. And it's quite worrying actually, because apparently he gets sick a lot before big games. So he needs to sort out those nerves a bit, I think. So Zuma came in, and you know what? I got to put my hand up and apologise to Zuma, because when I saw Zuma on the team sheet, I was thinking, not sure about him in the middle of the park, thinking about that Southampton game where he was caught out of position. But you know what? I didn't need to worry because he put in a faultless performance. Alonso came back into this game as I predicted, and he took over from Ben Chilwell on the left. The rest of the back five was kept untouched. Obviously, we knew that the two midfielders were going to be Kante and Kovacic because of the suspensions to Mount and Jorginho. And I actually thought he was going to go with Giroud, but he went yesterday. He went with Werner. I thought Werner would play because of his pace. Ziyech, he had faith in, which was a surprise to me to keep him in, but you know, he paid a favour. So that was the lineup for the game, and I must admit, when I first saw the lineup, I was thinking, not sure about this, but who am I? You know, Tuchel knows a lot better than me, so I put all my trust in him. He could put Kepa up front for all I care, and he'll still come out doing well. So what went well? What didn't go well? This was, as I said before, this was a masterclass from Tuchel. You know, he was up against Simeone, one of the best tacticians in football, domestic and European. But Simeone didn't have an answer yesterday for Tuchel. You know, we dominated them from start to finish. Our defence, again, stingy, not letting anybody through our defence. Midfield, ooh, class. So we had Kante. Well, I thought he was snorting coke the way that he was. He looked high on the pitch because he was just running around in circles, not being able to lay a glove on any of our midfielders. Saul as well, non-existent. Suarez? Who? You know, I just loved the way that Rudiger handled Suarez yesterday. My word, Rudiger was good. Not my man of the match though. I'm going to go on to my man of the match a bit later. But I loved the way that Rudiger gave them a taste of their own medicine. A bit of the dark arts from Rudiger. You know, he was always there. And even in the first leg, he was winding up their players. You know, Suarez, he was a master at winding up people, putting them off their game. But you know what he said? I'm giving you a taste of your own medicine, son. And he out-Suarezed Suarez yesterday. And and even the little cute, it was he got elbowed, but you had to make the referee know that he got elbowed, holding his chest and like rolling around. He gave a little cheeky smile as well. Well, when the referee gave the red card to Savage, Savage was a bit savage in that challenge. So you know what? Fair play to him, because that's the sort of thing that they've done to us, those Spanish clubs have done to us throughout the years, exaggerating on fouls and everything else. And it was a red, it was a dangerous little, right into this area of the chest, and he tried to be a bit sneaky about it. But, the referee, fair play to him, good. And what also went well was Chelsea. Finally, Chelsea had a bit of luck, because a lot of the times Chelsea do not get that luck when it comes to penalties and things. We're always on the receiving end. But yesterday, Azpilicueta, he arguably could have given away a penalty when he put his arm around Carrasco, around his waist, and gave him a little tug. But for me, it wasn't even that big a tug. I think that TV were making a bigger deal than what it was. Went on like he'd taken the guy's shirt and actually pulled it off his back or something. So it was a slight tug off the shirt. But in the Premier League, those things are given, and you know what? If it wasn't against us, I'd have been upset. So I don't care anyway. I don't care. Who cares? We deserve that luck. So all good. So brilliant performances all round from Mendy in goal all the way up to Havertz at the top. Yeah, and another thing what went well yesterday was the goal from Ziyech. What a goal that was. A brilliant breakaway. And Werner has to get some of the plaudits as well. The way he won the ball, and the quick, a header by Kante actually. No, he didn't win the ball. So he put the guy off to put in a poor cross. Kante headed the ball down to Havertz. Great run by Havertz, and to play Werner through. And Werner showed a lot of composure by crossing it into Ziyech. And what are we saying about Ziyech? We had a phone-in a couple of days ago, and we said these players need to be shooting with their weaker feet rather than relying on their stronger feet. Ziyech must have listened to that phone-in, because right on cue, he scores with his right foot. I think Oblak was at fault really, because he could have done better with that. As one of the best goalkeepers in the world, you expect him to do better. But again, who cares? We're through. Right, if I have to nitpick at what didn't go well, again, it's probably the finishing for me. It was, we could have killed the game off before, because I always said at 1-0, it's always going to be dangerous, because if they came back into the game at 1-1, then it would be in the nervy ending to the game, because if they score a second, then we'll have to go and get an equaliser, otherwise we'd have been out. So we've had opportunities. Werner had a few opportunities which were wasted. Callum Hudson-Odoi, when he came on, he had 2 chances to score. He didn't. And it was quite funny actually, because when Emerson came on, he was like, you know what? You've wasted the chances. I'll show you how to score with my first shot. First shot, he's bang in the back of the net. So that made me laugh a bit actually. So we're gonna have, we're gonna be coming up against stronger teams in the quarterfinal. So in these tight games, we need to be putting away our chances, because chances are going to be few and far between. So I just like us to be a bit more clinical. If we had that cutting edge, then I could go in with confidence. They say we've got a fighting chance of winning the Champions League. And I still think we've got a chance. But for me, it's just that niggling feeling in tight games. Are we going to have enough up front to get us through to the final stages? Right, man of the match for me. As I said, it was a great team performance, and I'll be struggling to find anyone who didn't really play to really have a good game yesterday. But for me, the man who was man of the match was Kante. Because I think there was 3 Kantes on the pitch yesterday. I'm sure there were, because 1 minute I saw him popping up on the left, the other minute I saw him popping up on the right, and the next minute I saw him popping in the middle. So can't be just the one player who's everywhere. You know, this guy knows how to sniff out danger. He was always in the right place at the right time. Whenever Atletico looked threatening on the attack, no, Kante just comes and says, "Not today, mate. I'm taking the ball off you." And he used the ball really well as well, because a lot of people are criticising him about his passing, but his passing was very good yesterday. Okay, not as an expansive passer, but he did the right things. He kept possession a lot, and he showed a little bit of skill as well. You know, he was dropping a shoulder here, dropping a shoulder there to get past this player. And yeah, this guy, he's just like, I don't know. And to think there were some people doubting him, you know, and also, I'd like to give credit to Tuchel for the way that he's managed Kante, because Kante's had suffered with a lot of injuries, mainly because he's come back when he hasn't been fully fit. I remember Sarri played him in the Europa League final, and that messed him up for the beginning of the season, the next season. And even Lampard played him against Liverpool in the Super Cup. And that's why last season we didn't see the best of him, and he was always in and out of the side with niggly injuries because his body didn't have time to recuperate. But what Sarri has done with him now, he's managed him effectively. So it's no coincidence that you've seen standout performances against Liverpool, Liverpool, and in this game as well. And you're going to see more of the same from Kante, because, you know, this manager is he's already, apparently I heard that he sat down with Jorginho, Kovacic and Kante when he first came in and said, you know what, I want to get the best out of you three, so I'm going to be using you, rotating you, but you're all going to get minutes on the field. And it's showing, not even from Kante. We're seeing Kovacic next to him yesterday had a superb performance. Jorginho has stepped up his game. So all of those pivots are excelling at the moment. I just want to see a bit more output with them in creativity, and, you know, just score a bit more goals, create a bit more, and then we'll have a perfect pivot. But Kante, head and shoulders man of the match yesterday. So guys, it's your turn now. Do you agree with my man of the match? What do you think of the performance? What was your standout moment from the game? Are you confident that we can actually win the whole tournament, or do you, like me, think that, you know, in the tougher games we need to be a bit more sharper in front of goal? Who do you want in the next round? Just put in your comments below, guys, and I try to read every comment that comes in and try to respond to them in the best way that I can. So it's good to keep that conversation going, and it helps the channel as well when people interact by liking, subscribing, commenting, you know. So do all those things, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and also share the content with others as well, because by sharing it spreads the reach of the channel, and then, you know, it can grow and grow and grow, and we can continue to make good content. So take care, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.